Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Assassin's Creed. I'm your host VGMKoren and we're going to go right into a Desmond section.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. No, I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No. Except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nutjobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy?
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond, I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Alright, so now that we have done that, Lucy is just going to stand here and we can't actually talk to her. But we can get uncomfortably close. Don't you like being uncomfortably close? Anyways, let's go ahead and go to bed then.
Please, Desmond. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave.
Okay.
And I can't leave until you're in your room.
Okay, I'll be good. I'll just go to my room and go to bed and won't do anything else. Not. So immediately, what you can do here, since they're both leaving, is use your little access panel to come back out. Unfortunately, the only thing to do here at the moment is to go poke Lucy's computer. So that's exactly what we're going to do. As always, if you want to read the emails, then you should probably pause the video whenever I look over them, because I'm not going to read them. I'll just try and generally summarize. Alright, I think we also picked up her passport, and I'll explain that in just a minute on why we did that. Oh my god. Alright, so her outbox is this email. Let's see. No one is willing to tell me what happened to my friend. This is Warren Spiddick's pen, and they're talking about it's hanging off his coat. This looks big. I think this is just general classified information. And here we have more information about, let's see, stuff. All kinds of stuff. Oh, she killed herself. Lucy's friend killed herself. That's all we need to know. That's all you need to know, I guess. Okay, so we'll just go and scroll down this. There we go. I've never liked the email system. And now that we've rated her email and looked through her diary and learned that her friend killed herself, or did she? Because these guys are Templar, and Templar are evil, I guess. Well, no, the game tries to make it sound like they're not evil, but you know. Anyways, let's go to bed. Oh, man. And as always, flash of red. The following morning. Sadly, we don't get a speech this morning. Nope. Nope, we just are in here with Desmond all by ourselves. And Vidic isn't going to tell us anything about anything. It's kind of sad, really. Okay, so let's go ahead.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
He's very, very happy. The assassins came to rescue me, or maybe they came, we don't know. And at this point, you can interact with Vidic. What can you do? You can take his pin as he's drinking coffee, being sneaky and subtle and no one's looking. Aw, yeah. This is actually the shortest Desmond section in the game, which I greatly appreciate. And that means we get to go ahead and get back into Animus and go back to stabbing dudes, which is, as we know...
We'll take care of the rest.
That doesn't sound like something you should say to somebody at any point ever during your life. Alright, so back to Altair, and I'm sure...
When you are exposed, throwing soldiers from rooftops and into structures is a useful way to...
Or civilians.
Come in, Altair. I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask them. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Eris used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Akka, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
And that ends that. Of course, we get another level up, and they even pay attention to the fact that they are looking for a man in a white robe. Anyways, we get to learn how to spin our sword around really cool. Except really it's the defense break ability, and I'll go show it off in the defense yard as they suggest. Man, these temples and that Abstergo building are rather echoey, aren't they? Ah, okay. So, what to talk about? There are many things to talk about here. First, though, we're going to talk about defense break, and to do that, we have to talk to this guy.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield a blade.
Yeah.
Perhaps you could show them what you know.
Alright, so defense breaks. Now, I actually forgot about this until recently, but it is a fairly simple technique. What you do is you step in and attack them.
Perfect.
And that is all it does.
The work of a master.
It breaks their defense.
That, my students, is how we all should fight.
Basically, if an enemy is just guarding you...
You will die here.
Don't kill me, please. I was just...
You must be busy. I understand.
Oh, that's actually pretty great. Alright, so I think we're actually going to mix things up, and instead of going to Damascus, we are going to go to Akka. And we're going to go right to the Bureau, teleport right there, and have yet another cutscene before we talk about, well, everything that's just been revealed to us.
Allowing you to enter the area they were guarding.
See, even the game advises me to use civilians as, you know, dead bodies to distract guards. I'm not a bad person. I'm a good person.
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Muallim has named another. Calls himself Sabrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Akka's port.
I'll start my work at once.
Here are the places where you should focus your search. On the docks east of here, among the ships and their crews. At the chapel to the northeast, near the cross overlooking the port. And to the north, in front of St. John's Gate.
This is most helpful. My thanks for the guidance.
Altair,
Yes, Rafiq.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believed myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
Aw, he likes us now. That's so cute. Alright, so if it seems like I know a little bit more of what I'm doing this episode than I usually do, which is probably a terrible way to phrase that, it's because this is actually a re-recording. And I'm gonna go ahead and talk about that a little bit. You see, I did record this episode yesterday, but what happened is that Fraps decided that, you know, recording the game audio, that was for losers and for scoundrels. And so it just didn't have any audio. And it didn't have any subtitles. And as you can imagine from everything we just learned, those were important cutscenes. Now, thankfully, Mr. Debius actually found me a save file to use to bring me back to where I was, because otherwise I had no idea how I was going to get that content to you. So give him a big thank you for this episode actually being possible. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about this then. So apparently in 2012, I believe that's when the game is set, the Assassin's Order, or not the the Assassins and the Templar are still alive, still fighting, and Desmond was about to be rescued by a assassin outbreak. Now, by the fact that we're back in the, well, not an outbreak, by assassin rescue? That sounds really weird to say. Assassin rescue? I don't think I actually discovered any, no, we didn't discover any viewpoints, or any points of interest, so we'll have to go to a different viewpoint. So, Desmond is obviously part of the Assassins, and now Abstergo is the new name for the Templar Order. And this is kind of the guise of the present day part of the game, and the series in general, is that you play as someone infiltrating Abstergo, or you're learning stuff from Abstergo, or stuff like that. That's a Templar, and we're going to ignore him, and pretend... Actually, we're not going to ignore him. You know what we're going to do? We're going to assassinate him. Oh, wow, that feels like that shouldn't have been that easy. Oh, well, it's fine. And so what else did we learn? We learned that the Templar are trying to do something, though we aren't entirely sure what, but we've heard them say New World over and over again, and that they were using their various connections with each other. That was a pretty terrible jump. You're not allowed to comment about that jump. Am I really going to have to get back up on top of the building? Yes, I am. So, the Assassins and the Templar are fighting. You, of course, are being Al-Muallim's blade. Now, another interesting thing we learned about is the Piece of Eden, which, you know, there were a couple of mentions of it turning water into wine, parting the Red Sea. Basically, any religious thing that ever happened can be attributed to the Peace of Eden. And that is something that goes on throughout the series. And we haven't seen anything that could be a result of that, have we? Hint, hint, foreshadowing, if you remember, but if you don't, I'm not reminding you. I love these synchronized points where I can still see the body of the guard that I just murdered in them. Okay. So we have a challenge over there. I actually know which challenges I'm going to be doing because, like I said before, I actually did this. I did this and it was good. And now I have less HP than I had before, and I'm sad. It'll probably be fine. 1 HP won't save me from dying, will it? Anyways, they may know that the man... Oh. No, no, don't send help. Don't. No. I am not, an assassin. I am a monk. I am a monk, and that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy.
I hear you're looking for information on Sibran. Karam's found something you'd probably find useful. Best track him down if you want it.
This is a rooftop race challenge. Basically, you have to get from point A to point B within not point, but in a minute and a half. In a minute and a half. That's what we're going with. As you might notice, all of our flags were reset because we no longer are on the same file that we were once on. That's okay, though, because the side stuff in this game really isn't that important. Alright. Oops. He fell off. No. Okay. I'm not evil. I'm not evil or an assassin. Goodbye. So rooftop run challenges are actually pretty fun. They take the parkour of the game and make you do it, which is great. And yeah, we should get there in plenty of time to spare, only 30 meters away. We're not going to save that citizen because screw that, screw the citizens, they don't deserve my love. Yes, I can. I can screw the citizens anytime I like. Wait, that's probably not what he was referring to, was it? Oh, well.
Safety and peace, brother. I've been looking everywhere for you. I stole this letter earlier today. Read it over. Hopefully it'll be of use.
Oh yeah, another letter that we aren't going to read. Everyone loves that. And instead of doing that, of course, we are going to go over here to this watch. I don't want to. I am a pretty Pegasus assassin. I like that they can scream you know, their death throes of, and also threaten you at the same time. Good audio recording. I actually really love Akka. This city is kind of gorgeous when you look at it. I mean, really. There's a lot of detail, and the Assassin's Creeds graphically, aside from the trees and the water, hold up pretty well. And this is still the first one. Later ones are still gorgeous to this day. Now, obviously, there is an interrogation mission, and what? 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 What did I do? I guess I must have bumped him or something. Anyways. No. Get back here. There is no mercy for someone who just decided to kill me for pushing him. Mercy not achieved. That is not an achievement in this game, and it's a good thing. We could go do the interrogation mission, but I would rather do the other mission. Because I don't like punching people, and at this point, the interrogation missions actually have some of the hardest combat in the game. Because, well, their punches do more damage than swords. I'm gonna let that sink in for a minute. Oh my god, why are you guys already red? Okay, informer challenge.
Did they let you into the city, or did you fight your way in? Oh, perhaps I should be more respectful, as I myself now require your help. I spent too much time in the harbor brothel last night, and insulted a Teutonic knight's wife, or so I am told. Now there is a group of them after me. Could you give me a hand or a blade? If you return before I leave the city, I will give you the benefit of my wisdom.
So yes, he insulted someone's wife, wants us to stab the people that he insulted, that way they can't stab him, and wants us to do it in an extremely timely fashion, otherwise he won't give us the information that he learns. He's a good assassin. He's just the best person. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted. Glad that didn't happen. Oh, whoops. If you stab someone directly in front of another guy, yes, this is what will happen. They will see you. And oh my god, that is a lot of guards. Okay, well, let's just get this over with, shall we? Let's just stab you. And stab you. See, guard break is useful for that. So let's step in, guard break, and stab. And stab, I said. There we go. Stabbing accomplished. Nope. I probably won't get a single counter grab in this game, will I? Oh my god, that is so many guards. On the bright side, eventually, they should start running away in fear because, well, I'm stabbing all of them. Oh my god, I am just being really, really bad about stabbing people right now. And stab you. And stab you. And stab a civilian. And stab this guy. Now, obviously, defense break is not quite as useful as I want it to be. And let's stab that guy. I think that guy actually may be a Templar because he has a red face mask. Nope, he was just a guy. Well, that's okay. And I'm actually starting to run low on HP, which is probably not for the best. Oh my god, there are so many guards, and none of them are running away. Come on. Guard break. Nope. Oh, and he counterattacked me. I didn't know they could do that. Oh, he's dead. Oh my god. Oh, hey, counter break. Oh my god, that was glorious. That made this whole thing worth it just to see him murdered in that particular fashion. Well then, this looks like a place we should run away from. Let's go back to the informer. I did not murder anyone. Okay, so I'm not sure I'm far enough away. I'm not sure I'm far enough away from the people to make this an actual feasible thing to do. To, you know, re-go over here, because all these bodies are still over here, as you might have noticed. And unfortunately, we are on a very strict timer. And yeah, we're not going to be able to do this. We are not going to be able to do this challenge because until the bodies despawn, which they really, really should, just right after you fail a challenge. Oh my god, I fell on a billion people. They really should change that. What else? This is just not going to go near as well as the first time I recorded this, is it? The first time I recorded this, I did all of these things in like 2 or 3 minutes. It was glorious. Anyways, as always, instead of doing anything else, we are just going to go up to the viewpoint and use it as both to find a different mission to do and also to get away from our chasers. So first, let's synchronize. This video probably will be a little bit longer, but that's okay because the last video was rather short. Alright, so over to our east we've got an escort quest, and that seems like something we should do much sooner than the assassination missions. We'll come back for the assassination mission because his advice is truly invaluable in these dark times.
You! Yes, you! I recognize those robes. Stay your blade, I mean you no harm. It's your help I need. I've crossed a man, and now he seeks my life. The details are unimportant, just know that he deserved it. See me safely to the city gates, and I'll make it worth your while.
I love it when you make it worth my while. Okay, so let's go ahead and follow this guy, and as always in escort quests, what's going to end up happening is we're going to get attacked by a bunch of guards. I'm going to kill a bunch of guards, then we'll get attacked by a bunch of guards, and then I'll kill a bunch of guards. And this will basically just repeat until we get to the end of the escort quest. Not my head. My head is too glorious and covered with assassiny robes. Oh yeah, when people cower you can usually get a free hit on them. And See, I do guard breaks. And I still end up hitting their sword, which I think actually does damage. And are you still writhing? Oh, you are still writhing. Well, I'm just gonna leave you there. It's totally okay. Here. You know, no. You were a jerk. You tried to kill me. You can just lie there and die.
Who killed this person?
Not me.
Oh, terrible.
Up. More people to kill. Let's use the knife. We haven't used the knife in a while. Actually, we haven't used the knife in a long time, which is kind of strange, because usually I do like the short weapons. For the moves like that, where you stab them in the head, and it's kind of glorious. Alright. That went well. I love that they already ask who saw what happened here. I mean, I was just there. Oh my god, there is an eavesdrop mission right next to us. We might do that. We might do that for a quick... Uh-oh. No. I am not an assassin. I am just a monk. I put my hands together, and I am invulnerable to being caught. Of course, sometimes you have to... Being a monk makes you walk slow, because that's what monks do, right? They walk slow.
Excellent. I should be safe now. Ah, yes. The reward I promised. Here you are. This map has served me well in the past. Hopefully, it will do the same for you.
So far we have a map that we won't use, a letter that we won't use, and we only need one more piece of evidence to get this investigation completely complete. Let's go ahead and climb that viewpoint and do the very nearby eavesdropping mission, because that will probably be easier. And I do remember what the advice that our informer had. That advice, verbatim, is essentially, I'm not an assassin, I'm a monk. Get it right. The advice he gives is a drunken sailor is dangerous when angry. Seriously, that's what he says. It kind of makes you hate everything about yourself. So we'll do something different that should actually tell us a little bit about Sibrand, I think is the guy that we're killing. So look around, and there we go. Yep, let's just go to that eavesdrop. Now, eavesdrops get a little weird because you have to look around for the proper bench to sit on. Like, they're right there. Those two guards. But we need to be sitting on nearby bench, which I think will be this one. Oh my god, they have the same voice. Alright, and eavesdrop.
It's getting worse. His paranoia knows no bounds. He's doubled our shifts. No one sleeps. Wasn't so bad till he decided to make the court his home. He's planning something at sea. That's why he came here. Planning what? What's the meaning of this? The two of you off in a corner, whispering, plotting? Nothing of the sort. We were only... Only what? What secrets are you keeping? You misunderstand. Damned assassins, they're probably here right now, watching us. Do you find this amusing? Do you? Well, laugh while you can. Double the patrols. Which ones? All of them! But we don't have the men. Find them! Recall our knights from the field if you must.
Well, and now we know. Sibrand is hiding in the docks. And, okay. Seriously, lady? Where are you? I am going to stab you. I am going to stab you. You ruined the entire cutscene. Where's the other one? Are you a beggar? Are you a beggar? No. Okay. They ruined the entire cutscene. They deserve to die. But yes, the cutscene was actually kind of great. I'm sorry that there were beggars begging the entire thing. You'd think that they would turn off civilian chat while they're doing cutscenes, like eavesdropping cutscenes, but I guess not. Anyways, we have actually, oh my god. I just want 5 seconds without some woman shouting in my ear that they want money or that they're not a thief. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? We're going to go hide in this rooftop garden, and we're going to do... Oh my god. Oh my god, they're still here. Okay, maybe on top of this place. They won't be able to... Okay.
Stop. Not trespass here.
So I can't actually get a quiet place to myself, can I? Alright, well, we learned a lot in this one. We learned about the Templars and the Assassins. We learned that they're still fighting even in 2012. And we learned about the Peace of Eden. And we learned that Desmond might get saved soon. Really? I'm trying to end my episode. Okay. So, in the next one, we will murder Sibrand and every single beggar in this town until nothing is left except a smoldering, burning ruin. I hope to see you then, because I'm gonna get my murder on.